Welcome back to my YouTube. So in at the Mecca, we are, well, I'm going in for a bit of a mixed session today. So it's going to be legs. I'm going to try a little bit of upper body. So the last 6 weeks, I've not really been training. First 2 weeks of that, I came down with an illness, and then I was actually scheduled for a procedure which didn't go ahead because of the illness. So 11 years ago, I had breast implants just before my bodybuilding career kicked off. And then I guess you never fully think anything's gonna happen to you. And last year, towards the back end of my prep, I've been ignoring some signs and symptoms for a while. I was referred to the hospital, and long story short, turned out that my breast implants had ruptured, but spread into the lymph nodes of my armpit, so they really urged me to get them out as soon as possible. So within about 4 weeks, I was booked in, had the whole procedure done again, and here I am now. So 4 weeks, no training, eased into some very light legs last week, felt really good. Had to really just pull back because it's so tempting to just go in and push it. So I just really forced myself to just take it easy. So today we're going to go in. I'm going to try a little bit of work on the pendulum today. So I'm going to be very careful that I'm not bracing too much on the upper. So when I'm working on things like leg extensions, I'm going to be careful that I'm not bracing. So I'm literally just having my hands here and working through the movement. Not pushing the weight. I'm going to be very careful on lifting 25 kilo plates. So we're just going to see how it goes, see how it feels. I'll take you through it. I'll talk to you in between, and I kind of just raise awareness as well of easing yourself back in and not pushing it too much. And we'll see how it goes. Trying to control my core, but just making sure I'm not bracing too much on my upper. Like then I was really tempted to hold on here, but as soon as I do that, I engage my chest. So core control, surprising how much strength I've lost in my core. So at the minute, bracing it, I'm like literally shaking like this, but just kind of re-engaging everything, making sure that I'm not straining my upper. But yeah, feeling good. Feel like my legs have not really lost much strength, and I just want to push it. Reel myself in. So on the abductors, I always tend to do a bit of a double set, drop set, superset. I just change the positioning just to hit all round glutes. So you tend to find that when we sit forward, which a lot of us naturally do, or more upright, you are going to hit more of the glute max. And then what I do is drop the weight, sit back, and aim more for the glute med, which is the top of the glute. I always find that because it's such a smaller muscle, you start fatiguing quite quickly. So I always drop the weight a little bit, knowing full well that I'm probably just going to more than likely rep that set out. So lean forward, more glute max, sit back, lean back, legs a little bit further forward as well, hit more your glute med, the shelf of your glute. Right, I'll do one more set of these. Start with the glute med. Oh, shit. Surprising how much your arms can take a lot of tension out of the movement. That felt so much harder, the fact that I wasn't holding on. Plus I'm also a lot more aware about engaging my core as well. Yeah, quite tricky that. Secret to thick thighs, adductors. So I'm always aware on this that I don't rush through it, control every part of it. I try not to stay too long here, but pause, come to at least a 1 second pause, a bit of a dead stop. I always stay a little bit longer in the stretch position, which does make it harder to then drive it back in. But yeah, don't skip this if you want some good legs. Oh, the bloat is real today. Oh. Come on, one more. Okay. Don't know if I should be pushing this on. No. Woo. 4 weeks post-op, and the one thing I'm going to say is, anyone who's been in this position before, maybe you've got implants and you don't think anything's going to happen to you. Just be very careful, mindful. But I have found that this time around I've recovered a lot quicker. Maybe I've been more aware of my recovery, things I'm eating. I've also been taking peptides as well, which has massively helped. And although it's very tempting to really push it today, might not look it, but I am holding back a little bit. But I'm feeling really strong, and I kept saying to Josh, my coach, that I was scared of losing muscle. My plan is still to compete this year. And do you know what? I think the rest has done me more good than harm. And if anything, I just feel really fucking flat. I just need my upper body to catch up now with my legs. But yeah, it's feeling really good today. I'm doing. Apart from a few movements changing at the beginning of the year, I've literally been doing the same split for probably going up to 2.5, 3 years. Movements, exercises are skill-based. Stop swapping and changing all the time. You don't need to. You're not going to get better at a movement if you're not practicing it week on week, session on session. So keep practicing the skill of the movement. That's the only way you're going to get better at it. Pendulum, you can make it quad bias, glute bias. Today I actually focused on more the quads because at the minute I'm so limited to exercise I can do, especially without bracing, holding on to dumbbells, etc. I have been hitting the last 7-8 days quite a lot of glute and ham work. So on this, just make sure my feet are set a little bit further down the foot plate. But I'm also very mindful that when I am at the bottom of the movement, I don't let my heels come up, but I do drive more of the weight into the toes, more knee flexion, which is going to hit your quads a hell of a lot more. But be very mindful of pushing more through the toes rather than the heels or the main bulk of the foot. Should your training split reflect your goals? Yes, but then it also depends on whether you're doing this just for a healthier lifestyle, if you're competitive. If you are wanting to bring up a certain body part, then train it a lot more regularly. If you are wanting to compete, or you compete and you've had certain feedback, then your training split should reflect that goal of whatever it is that needs bringing up. But if you're just a general lifestyle client that just wants to feel healthier, strip a bit of body fat or build some muscle, my key bit of information or key tip would be just make sure you're not neglecting anything and creating an imbalance. You might really enjoy training legs, so you might hit them 3-4 times a week, but then are you going to create an imbalance with another body part? So don't neglect any part of your body, but definitely focus on what you want to achieve with regards to your training split and a goal. So just be mindful that you're not overdoing it with a certain body part, because you will create an imbalance. Right, let's try a bit of upper, see how it feels. Try and get some blood back in my delts. Let's go.
This is PZ Music.
any body part that is lagging and you want to grow it, train it more regularly, but at the same time, manage rest and recovery, because you can only grow from what you recover from. Make sure you're training for failure. Pushing, training hard. Don't give up when it starts feeling easy. And try a variety of techniques with your training. Don't just stick to one thing. Try higher volume. Try higher reps. Try lower reps. Try adding a little bit more volume across the week. Just be open-minded. But two major things would be make sure rest and recovery is on point and hit that body part a lot more regularly across your week. So that's my session done. Actually went a lot better than what I expected. I reckon weight-wise probably went about 50% less than what I normally do. The intensity was still there today, but I knew my limits, and there were certain exercises that I just knew I wouldn't be able to go any further, so I didn't push it, but felt really, really strong. And it goes back to what I said earlier in the session, that don't be scared to have a bit of time off if needed, even just extra rest days, because you're not going to lose what you've built. I've been training now for about 15 years. And other than just having a little bit of time off, which I was back training after having Lily about a week after giving birth, but even during that time, I was still training. But it just proves that you can have a little bit of time away from the gym and not lose everything that you've done. Like I felt strong today, and I actually could have really pushed it. But I know my limits, and I know what I should be doing to make sure this recovery is on point. Plus, I've got goals that I want to hit this year. I do want to get back on stage. I don't want to prolong anything. So in the coming weeks, I'm going to look at introducing a little bit more upper. The little bit of upper delt work I did today felt really good. Starting to get a lot more movement. I just can't quite engage my back yet, so I'm hoping that eases over the next couple of weeks. By next week, next Saturday, I'll be 6 weeks post-op. So I should be able to start hitting a little bit back, and then hopefully it just gets better from there. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And again, as I said when I first started, really hitting out content on YouTube. There'll be a lot more to come.